Hey everyone, thank you so much for stopping back by. It's Tia. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. I hope you all are doing well. Imagine my surprise. I filmed this video in its entirety and it didn't take me much time. And then I realized my microphone was not cooperating and the sound was dreadful. So I'm going to try this again and hopefully this take will take. I hope that you had a fabulous week so far, and I hope that you've scheduled some self care because you absolutely deserve it. If you're new, Monday, Wednesday, Friday is my usual schedule, and I tend to post around 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on each of those days, but it can vary. And then Fridays, always fibromyalgia related content, but Monday and Wednesday can be about anything: food, hair, beauty, travel, you name it. And today it's about fragrance. So if those topics interest you, consider subscribing and hitting the icon, the bell icon, so that you can be notified when the videos are live. So today we are comparing two fragrances. One is by Commodity, which I got in a gift set, and the other one is by Clean that I also got in a gift set. These are both rain themed fragrances. And when I researched the fragrances, I was fascinated by what I learned, and I'm really excited to share that with you today so that you can make an educated decision on which fragrance you should buy if this particular scent profile is something you prefer. So let's start off. Originally, Clean came out with Classic Rain. That's it. Sent back in 2013. No, 2012. That's when it was originally released, according to Fragrantica. And I could have swore it came out before then, but I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time today. So it came out, Clean came out with Classic Rain in 2012. Commodity released their version of Rain in 2013, and Clean came back in 2016 with Rain Reserve. Rain Reserve is what I'm reviewing today alongside Commodity Rain, and both scents are eerily similar, which makes sense because they are both replicating the smell of rain. So let's talk about the scent profiles, let's compare and go from there. So first things first, let's talk about the original Clean Classic Rain. It had many of the same notes, but it had a melon opener and watermint in the opener. Okay. Now, let's go to Commodity. Commodity's Rain. The top notes are lemon verbena and bergamot. The mid notes are Lotus, Freesia, and Jasmine. And the base notes are musk, vetiver, and nondescript woody notes. Okay. Now, Clean Rain Reserve has an opener of bergamot, cucumber, and waterlily, mid notes of nondescript white flowers, cyclamen, and muguet, muguet being lily of the valley, cyclamen being a watery flower. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. And then Clean Rain Reserve has base notes of patchouli, vetiver, and what they describe as clean musk. So here's what I picked up. And I'm going to sum up both of those. There is a template here. The template is, if you're going to make a rain scent, if you're interested in this, you need a top note of bergamot paired with something else very fresh smelling, either something citrusy fresh like lemon verbena or something fruity and fresh like cucumber, right? Then if you're going to do the mid notes for this, you need white flowers. Doesn't matter what they look like, just make them white and make them as watery as possible. Lotus is great, Freesia is great, cyclamen, lily of the valley, just white flowers in the middle. And then for your base note, you must have musk, you must have vetiver, and then you can go wild and try something else. You could do woody notes or you can do patchouli. Now, comparing these two side by side, what did I notice? This by Commodity is far more floral facing. The florals are front facing rather. They are your most visible notes to me. This is a much softer opener. It might be because lemon verbena leans toward herbal instead of sharp citrus, but it's far softer and opener with the Commodity Rain. And then you get the florals. The florals are watery florals, just like this one. These are not florals that are very heavy. These are softer florals that it's interesting to smell how they come in softly, but definitely more pronounced than any of the other notes. And of course, you got your musk and your vetiver, but it's got the woody notes too, which works really well. It definitely gives you the idea of getting caught in a rain shower in a forest somewhere, which is really, really nice. A forest with a pond that has, of course, lotus, right? This version of rain is spicier, definitely spicier. Makes sense. Patchouli's in it. For those that don't know, patchouli is a member of the mint family and dead nettle family. So these are plants that look like they have a bite, and chemically, even if it's a dead nettle, it may not have a chemical bite to it, but certainly mint has a bit of a bite. Any kind of mint has a bit of a bite. It's a little spicy just by nature. It creates a cooling sensation or a heating sensation when consumed. So you can expect that spice is just kind of what it is. When you think of spice, don't think of something that necessarily heats. Just think of something that is strong and kind of powerful when it hits the senses. In this case, you've got patchouli, which leans toward, a very spicy profile, even if it's not super pronounced. When you smell this, it's definitely more musk and patchouli forward as opposed to this one, which is floral forward. So, we're doing good time wise. This is not like my last video, which ran 20 minutes, and this won't be 20 minutes. So, which one do I recommend? I like them both. Won't purchase both of them though. I got them in sets. And what I like to do is try sets of fragrance in small sizes so that I can see which one suits me best. These are not scents that I would buy a full size bottle of. However, if I were forced to choose to buy a bottle of either scent, I would probably lean toward Commodities version of Rain, and not because I think that it's superior to this one. I don't, but I think this would be easier to fem it up a little bit because it is so front facing with the floral notes, as opposed to this one, which leads with spice. If we're talking about strictly for wearing to work, either one would be fine for me. If you are looking for something more truly unisex, where you could wear it as a woman or a man and it wouldn't make you a ton of difference, this would be probably the one. The one by Clean, to me, leans more heavily toward unisex than Commodity. And that's only because Commodity makes the floral stand out more in their formulation. This seems pretty evenly split between all three, the top, mid, and base. This definitely has the soft floral, well, not soft floral, soft citrus opening leading to a full-bodied floral experience, but the dry down is about the same. The lasting power is about the same. These have to be reapplied if you want to smell them. People may smell them if they come close to you, but if you like a scent that's got a bit of sillage, you're going to need to reapply these probably around hour 4 or 5. I wore this yesterday. I smelled it at hour 3. It was faint. I smelled it at hour 7. It was barely, barely there. If I were to reapply, I'd probably reapply around hour 4 to 5. Same thing with this. But because, and I'm wearing this now, because it is spicy, I do think that it tends to have a bit more staying power as far as fragrance. You could probably push the reapplication of this one for another hour. So instead of 4 or 5 hours, maybe 5 or 6 hours. I'm hoping that the sound on this comes out better than the last video. I'm trying not to move too much. And I may be getting rid of the microphones at some point and only using them when I have to, because if I'm going to have to refilm, that's not the move. Now, what I like about either one of these, if you wear them, people aren't going to come up to you and comment that you smell like something they can easily identify. Because rain is not you can smell it and you can recognize it, but on a person, it's not something that you would recognize easily. So I think specifically of this time of year, people want to smell like cookies. They want to smell like cinnamon. They want to smell like sweet and edible and warm and cozy things. you want something like that, I'll put a video up above. If you don't want to smell like something that just came out of the oven, these are a good option. These don't have a particular season, though, because of the freshness of them. I will always say spring and summer would be your best times to wear these, uh, because they really suit the temperatures and the things that we associate with those seasons. So, do I recommend them? Yeah, like them both, enjoy them both. Won't repurchase them, but that's just because it doesn't really go with my aesthetic. But if I were to get another one at some point, perhaps in a gift set, if these were packaged in a gift set with other scents I want to try, I would not be deterred from buying the set and using these. For sure, I'd still use them and enjoy them. So that is it for my review of Commodities Rain versus Clean Reserve Rain. If you've used either of them, let me know. Tell me what you think about the profiles as far as the fragrances. Tell me, do you have a preference? And if there are any other brands that have like similarly named fragrances, let me know so that I can do some more comparisons, because I'm almost done with all of my samples. I told you all I would. I'm almost done with all of my sample size stuff, so I'll be able to leap headfirst into some big bottles of things and have some more fun trying out new fragrances. So that's it for today. Please have a great rest of your day and take care of yourselves. And I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.